Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi says Thursday, June 3, he was never remiss in his duties at the Energy Department, even when he presided over the PDP-Laban national meeting amid blackouts throughout Luzon.
But it doesn't mean na napapabayanan po. I can do jobs with all the technology that we have today. We can perform more, no?
The PDP-Laban meeting last Monday, May 31, coincided with the red alert raised over the Luzon grid and the rotational blackouts. In a privileged speech Wednesday, PDP-Laban President and Senator Manny Pacquiao called Cusi incompetent and accused him of prioritizing politics over the power outages. Cusi responds to Pacquiao saying he is not the only guy running DOE, adding that he trusts his team. A murder complaint and an administrative case are filed against Police Master Sergeant Hensi Zinampan, the policeman who shot and killed a 52-year-old woman in Quezon City. The Quezon City Police District says Zinampan has undergone inquest proceedings for the murder complaint Wednesday, June 2. The suspect is still under the custody of the QCPD Criminal Investigation and Detection Unit. PNP Chief Police General Guillermo Eleazar says an administrative case for grave misconduct was already filed by the PNP Internal Affairs Service against Zinampan. On Monday, May 31, a drunk Zinampan shot 52-year-old Lilibeth Valdez in the neck in Fairview, Quezon City. The killing was caught on video. Police say Zinampan had a fist fight with the victim's son last May 1. The Duterte administration pushes back on Manila Mayor Isko Moreno's suggestion for the national government to drop its policy of requiring Filipinos to wear face shields in public. Presidential spokesman Harry Roque says he listens to the advice of infectious diseases expert Dr. Edsel Salvania.
Statistically, kapag ikaw po ay nag-face mask, face shield at nag-distancing, halos equivalent po ang proteksyon yan sa bakuna. No? So sa akin po, sa siyensya, may basahan po yan.
Interior Undersecretary Jonathan Malaya shares Roque's sentiment.
Hindi pa po siguro panahon para tanggalin ang face shield dahil hindi pa po tayo nakakalabas dito sa pandemya. Pangalawa, wala pa po tayo sa level na tinatawag nating herd protection.
Moreno said Wednesday there is a need to rethink the face shield policy because the Philippines might be the only country in the world that has this. He adds, such a requirement is another burden to financially struggling Filipinos. Roque and Malaya notes the government task force on the pandemic response will study Moreno's suggestion. Meantime, Senate President Tito Soto urges the government's pandemic response task force to consider waiving the mandatory quarantine period for fully vaccinated individuals who want to enter the Philippines. He says Thursday requiring vaccinated people to undergo the 14-day quarantine period defeats the purpose of the immunization program against COVID-19. Soto adds this policy can potentially hurt the Philippine economy that is already reeling from the COVID-19 crisis. Jollibee Foods Corporation closes down one of its branches in Bonifacio Global City for 3 days after a customer posted a complaint online. A Facebook post by customer Alik Perez early Wednesday, June 2 says she ordered fried chicken through a food delivery app late Tuesday, June 1, but discovered it was a deep-fried towel. Her post goes viral on social media with more than 90,000 reactions and 82,000 shares as of posting. In a statement, Jollibee says it is deeply concerned over the incident and will conduct a thorough investigation. It also says it will temporarily close its Bonifacio Stopover Drive branch starting June 3 Thursday while it reviews the branch's compliance with the company procedures. Under Republic Act 10611 or the Food Safety Act, establishments that have not prepared food in accordance with acceptable manufacturing practices can be slapped with a 100,000 peso fine and a 1-month suspension of operations for the first offense. Former United States President Donald Trump's blog page shuts down a month after its launch. Trump aide Jason Miller on Wednesday, June 2 says the page, which was called From the Desk of Donald J. Trump, will not be returning. Plans for the Republican former president to launch a social media platform have been teased for months by Trump's team, but with little detail. The blog page, which was billed as a place to speak freely and safely, served as a one-way means of communication that contained posts from Trump. The posts could be likened and shared to social networks such as Twitter and Facebook, from which Trump remains blocked. A slew of social media platforms banned his accounts after a pro-Trump mob attacked the US Capitol. Twitter, which Trump used frequently, said its ban is permanent even if he runs for office again. Facebook's independent oversight board determined that the company was correct to suspend Trump, but criticized it for the ban's indefinite nature. YouTube, for its part, says it will restore Trump's channel when it decides that the risk of violence has decreased.